Awesome. So, welcome everyone to our Case Space School Information Evening. Now, my name is Shimon. Tonight, myself and my colleague Shavin are excited to share with you our incredible international study program, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to see inside NASA and participate in activities that are simply not possible here in Indonesia. Now, the presentation will take about 30 minutes, and after that, there'll be plenty of times for questions later. Now, we are also excited to get started. But just before we do, let's check a few things before we can have a great experience during this webinar. First, please keep your mics muted. Now, there is a mute button at the top right of your image. Use that to mute yourself. Or you can use the audio button in the bottom left of your menu bar where you can, where your main screen is, to actually mute it. Now, if let's say your video becomes unstable or anything like that, yeah, maybe you might want to switch off your video. But for now, I think video's functions are all off. So that's all good to go. Now, we do encourage you to ask questions. So please use the chat function to message us your questions anytime during the presentation. We will have a Q&A session towards the end, and we will answer as many questions as possible. So, to use the chat function, click the chat icon in the menu bar at the bottom of your screen. All right, so that's all the housekeeping taken care of. Let's get started. Now, I'm pleased to introduce you Mr. Hans from Thames Education Expert, and he's here to say a few words about this wonderful session. So, Hans, maybe you want to take it over from here?
Oke, selamat sore semuanya. Saya dengan Hans dari Thames Education Expert. So we have a very good presentation coming in, okay, with Simon and Shavin. Hopefully, we can learn something from this presentation for our next journey to NASA Space School in June, ya, June 22nd until July 5th. Oke, so nanti kalau ada pertanyaan dalam bahasa Indonesia bisa tanyakan dalam bahasa Indonesia, nggak apa-apa, di chat juga nggak apa-apa, nanti bisa saya yang translate. So thanks a lot. Okay, going back to you, Simon.
All right, thank you, Mr. Hans. So tonight, evening, I will say, since it's 5 o'clock there. Evening, we'll go through the details of Senior Space School program, the 3 amazing locations you will visit, all of the exciting things that you will see, the enriching activities you will do, and the inspiring people you will hear from. Now, we'll talk about how to secure your place on this amazing program and give you every chance to ask questions. To give you some background about the organizations involved, CASE stands for California Association for STEAM Education. They are a non-profit organization working on STEAM study programs globally. Actura empowers young people to be prepared for the fast-changing world they will enter. Together, CASE and Actura have been delivering STEAM international study programs for 6 years to over 5,000 students at 500 schools worldwide. So why is this so important? STEAM is an education approach to learning science, technology, engineering, arts, and math. Now, why are STEAM skills so important? 75% of the fastest growing occupation will require STEAM knowledge. Research has shown that 3 out of every 4 of the most lucrative, most interesting, and sought after jobs will require STEAM skills. NASA and space exploration is the perfect platform for students to develop these critical skills while inspiring a new generation of STEAM skilled leaders. Highlighting the program's exceptional education standard, CASE Senior Space School is approved by University of California as a college preparatory course. The program is equivalent to a full semester 5-point GPA, and an academic transcript can be provided to students upon the completion of the program. The registration fee covers ongoing access to transcript through a secure portal, giving students a distinctive advantage when applying to universities and jobs. This is the framework for K-Space School. The entire program is underpinned by the 7 survival skills, a philosophy developed by former Harvard professor Dr. Tony Wagner as transportable skills necessary to move through the numerous jobs and different careers you will have in your lifetime. To meet the demands of such change, you need to develop a solid set of interchangeable skills or capabilities. These skills such as flexibility, curiosity, initiative, and leading by influence are building blocks that will help you become 21st century leader. The program itself is divided into 3 stages. NASA Immersion, where you'll spend several days on site at NASA touring the facility and being mentored in projects by NASA educators and experts. Space Entrepreneurship, during which you'll be inspired by the entrepreneurs you will meet in some of the most innovative organizations in the world. Personal Development, where you will build on your personal capabilities to bring it all together. Now, I will go through each of these stages in more detail during the presentation. But to all the students in the room, this is what you came to see. Amazing stuff. I've watched this video 100 times right now, and I still get a buzz every time I watch this video. This program is for all students in grades 10, 11, and 12 next year. Your journey begins in June 2024 for the ultimate experiential learning program to see and do things that are not just possible in school. Now, you'll visit 3 incredible and vastly different cities in the USA, spending about a week in Houston and 5 days in Silicon Valley and San Francisco. So let's dive to stage 1, NASA Immersion On-Site at Johnson Space Center. Has anyone been to Texas before? You can actually put it in the chat group. Just feel free to put yes or no. Okay, I think we've got a couple of parents and students saying yes, no. Okay, so Johnson Space Center is NASA's lead facility for their operations and missions, known as Space City, because of the hundreds plus buildings and over 3,000 people who work here. As senior students, you will go deep into this working facility. Now, during your time at the center, you'll see the past, present, and future technology of space travel. So let's begin with the past. Saturn V was the first rocket to carry man to the moon in 1969 in the historic Apollo 11 mission. At 110 meters long, it's still the biggest but no longer the most powerful rocket produced by NASA. And the technology was cutting edge for that time. So now I'll hand over to my wonderful colleague, Shavin, to ask a question where I think we can get maybe some of you participants to participate. Over to you, Shavin.
All righty. Thank you so much, Shimon. A lovely introduction to K Senior Space School. And hello, everyone. My name is Shavin, and I'm here to give and ask a simple pop quiz. Hope you all are ready. Here is the question. Can anyone here tell me the name of the rocket that has superseded Saturn V as NASA's most powerful rocket? If you know the answer, feel free to write in the chat. And if you don't know the answer, it's totally cool. Feel free to write in the chat as well. I would love to hear each and everyone's take on the answer. So I see a Saturn 6 by S. Roslan. Well, that's very innovative. SpaceX by Charles. And Artemis, which is the name of the space program that's taking place next year. Falcon Heavy, that sounds like a sci-fi movie. I love it. SpaceX Dragon, interesting. Believe Shimon will touch on that a bit later on. And I'm seeing tremendous answers from every parent here today. Thank you so much for your participation and your input. I believe Charles is hitting the closest, which is XLS. But the answer is actually SLS, which stands for the Space Launch System. And interestingly enough, you will see a model of this brand new rocket in a new exhibit that honestly, we ourselves at Actura have not seen at NASA itself. So I hope we are able to learn something new, something interesting. And I'll love to pass the floor back to Shimon. Over to you.
All right, thanks, Shavin. And thanks for all those answers. This is for questions for students and parents, so go ahead and spam that chat group, right? All right, so let's move on. You will also see the original mission control. This is the facility where NASA monitored 9 missions, including the historic Apollo 11 trip to the moon in 1969. In fact, it was from this room that NASA exercised full control of Apollo 11 from just after liftoff to splashdown in the Pacific Ocean. The room looks impressive, but the truth is there is more computing processing power in a mobile phone today than there was in the whole room that you're seeing right now. Yet, through the teamwork and determination of hundreds of support staff at Mission Control, they were still able to accomplish such a monumental achievement. NASA works closely with commercial space companies, including SpaceX, and you will see a SpaceX reusable Falcon 9 booster rocket on site at Johnson Space Center, an example of the change occurring in the space sector. This booster is an engineering marvel and was one of the first that SpaceX successfully launched and safely landed back on Earth. Now, from the past to the present, and now to the future. So moving towards the future, everything is geared towards for us to get to the moon and then to the Mars, and of course, beyond. So I'll hand over back to Shavin one more time for another tricky question. Over to you, Shavin.
All righty. Thank you again, Shimon, for introducing me. So right now, parents, students, I hope you all are ready for the next exciting question. Here we go. To the students and parents in the room, if it took 4 days to get to the moon 50 years ago? How long would it take to get to Mars? Please type your answers and type your best estimation into the chat group. All right, I'm seeing, a lot of answers. So maybe what I could do to help is, to give some indication. So I'm seeing RK's iPhone. Hello, hi. 5 to 6 weeks. Well, I would say, it's a bit higher, 12 months, a bit lower, I would say. 10 months as well, still lower. Around a year, definitely lower. Christy S, 2 months. I would say, it's 2 months. It's a bit higher as well. All right, I'm seeing a lot of answers, so I'm pretty much overwhelmed. You guys are all absolutely amazing, and here I am to give the most accurate answer. So, with the current technology, everyone, the journey to Mars will take 8.5 months. But it is possible that we will get down to just 42 days when scientists and engineers perfect the rocket propulsion plasma technology. But, I digress. Shimon will share much more about that a bit later. Thank you all for your participation, and back to you, Shimon.
Thank you, Shavin. You'll definitely see Shavin later. All right. So, to get us to Mars, we need a new type of spacecraft. This Orion space capsule will be the safest and most advanced spacecraft ever built, designed to take astronauts to unfamiliar destinations never explored by humans. The Orion spacecraft is in its final stages of development and astronaut training. Now, it's the biggest test so far. It's late next year as part of Artemis 2, the first USA manned mission to orbit the moon since 1972. Now, if all goes to plan, Orion will take astronauts back to land on the moon in 2025. Now, there are some of the great innovations from NASA, and now it's time for you to get your hands on. So, now for the next stage for your NASA immersion, you have seen what is possible. Now we want you to roll up your sleeves and get involved. We take you to the Expedition Center where you will participate in very realistic simulated space missions. You'll take on roles of crew and mission specialists, then work together to achieve your common mission goals. Through these missions, you will expose to the crisis management, critical thinking, and problem solving, bringing together the 7 survival skills we spoke of earlier. This is a very challenging activity, but trust me, it is so much fun. Next, you'll be given the problem that NASA scientists are working on right now to design your own mission to Mars. In small teams of 5 or 6 students, we will give you a simulated $600 million to design and build all these elements you see on the screen. You'll have limited time, a limited budget, and you'll have to meet specific scientific and engineering criteria. So to help you along the way, we have an array of specialists to mentor you. How you go about achieving your tasks is all up to you and your team, but you'll need to think about leadership, managing the project, job allocation, decision-making, and budgetary controls. This is all real-world experience.
3, 2, 1.
So, first on your shopping list will be materials to design, build, and launch your multi-stage rocket. Once you have touched down, it's time for your newly designed and built rover to go out and collect samples to take back to the lab. The Martian surface is very rough and there will be breakdowns. We will need to discuss your approach with your team, rebuild, fix, or forfeit. Finally, dealing with the extreme temperature is one of the most significant aspects to a successful rocket. Whether re-entering the Earth's atmosphere at over 2,000 degrees or dealing with the minus 125 degrees, this is to be encountered on Mars. Now, these extremes push the craft to its limits, so you need to ensure that your heat shield can withstand these forces. As you can see, there is a multitude of elements to your project, and everything is up to you and your group. You don't need to be getting top marks in science or math to be successful in this project, because there are no right answers yet. In fact, someone who approaches the problem with the less technical knowledge might just have a clearer creative solution. Moving on to stage 2, space entrepreneurship. At K Space School, you'll be brought face to face with some of the most cutting-edge technologies in the world and speak with some of the entrepreneurs designing them. Then, you'll use this inspiration to create your own innovative space startup company. Touring a cutting-edge space startup, either in Houston or Silicon Valley, students will see up close some of the newest space technologies currently in development. Students will meet some of the entrepreneurs, scientists, and engineers shaping the future of space exploration and space travels. This is an awe-inspiring model that will excite and motivate students' innovative futures. In Houston, you'll visit an innovative space industry company. Past experiences have included visits to Ad Astra Rocket Company, a leader in future technology. As a recipient of a grant from NASA, their technology will help get humans to Mars with plasma propulsion. You may see their system firsthand, guided by one of the lead engineers or scientists. So what do you think when I say Silicon Valley? Anybody got any idea? Yeah, great. Google, Elon Musk, Apple, Facebook, Stanford. Wow, we've got a lot of people who knows a lot about Silicon Valley. That's good. So it's all that and more. Here, the more of a science or space buff you are, the cooler you are. Now, Silicon Valley is world famous as an incubator for innovation. This is where companies like Google, Tesla, and Apple all started out. It is an exciting hub for innovators and entrepreneurs. This special opportunity in the Silicon Valley is aimed at awakening you to the opportunities available to those seeking future in STEAM. Entrepreneurship Workshop will put students face to face with Silicon Valley professionals from some of the world's most iconic organizations, or with successful startup entrepreneurs, as they share their secrets to startup success or perfecting the pitch. You will learn the communication and presentation skills, which are very critical for any successful entrepreneurs. Now, you'll tour the beautiful Stanford University, credited as being the birthplace of Silicon Valley. Many of the cutting-edge companies in the Silicon Valley were started by and continue to be led by Stanford alumni and faculty. As a leading center for research, Stanford is the leading way in many diverse industries, from space to biomedical, the environment to fusion energy. Everything you do at Space leads up to an exciting and challenging team project. We call it the Challenge X. Is anyone here familiar with the X Prize? Yeah, we've got some answers, yes and no. No, yes. All right. So the X Prize is a global competition founded to incentivize radical innovation for the benefit of humanity. So such as Virgin Galactic, the world's first commercial space line. X Prize is designed to push the limits of what's possible to change the world for the better. and more importantly, inspire others to reach for similar goals. This is the sort of passion we want to pass on to your students, to know that everything is achievable. You'll participate in CASE Challenge X, modeled on X Prize. Using the knowledge you have gained in Houston and Silicon Valley, you and your team will develop a plan to pitch your own space innovation. So as mentioned, like Silicon Valley, set up as an innovation incubator, students' teams are given real-life space-related issues we are facing today, such as problems of space junk. You'll use that as an inspiration to create your own innovative space startup company. Your company will need a business plan and a budget to solve the problem, and of course, a spacecraft to do with it. Now, you'll be pitching your idea to a panel of industry experts representing your potential client, NASA. Challenge X is a competition for students to put their entrepreneurship skills into action. This is real-world experience where you are encouraged to offer a creative solution with your team working collaboratively under a set of guidelines and timelines, competing with other teams to actually win the NASA grant. Teams will be competitively pitching their concepts to a prestigious panel of experts, providing the opportunity to get relevant feedback and professional insights from the likes of NASA engineers, venture capitalists, space scientists, and even entrepreneurs. This program is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and we want to make sure it is memorable in every way. Throughout your expedition, you will get out to experience some local cultures. So we will experience the vibrant city of San Francisco, visiting the Golden Gate Bridge, Fisherman Wharves, and Pier 39. And of course, the most famous Wiggly Road, otherwise known as Lombard Street. Eat at typical Texan Californian restaurants, have a chance to experience a little American shopping, and attend an all-American baseball game to experience America's greatest pastime. Integrated into our everyday at K Space School is what we call our Empower Unit. This is a unique personal skills development program that many students tell us makes a long-lasting and powerful impression on their lives. As we have identified, the STEAM skills you'll acquire at Space School are required for all of the most interesting jobs in the future. But industry leaders tell us repeatedly that having technical or scientific knowledge is one thing, but having the right people and personal skills is what you really set yourself apart. These 7 survival skills have been identified by academics and business leaders alike as the real-world skills required to be successful in your chosen endeavors. Now, new problems of today require new thinking, and these skills learned in your teenage years will give you that edge that employees are looking for. What ties this whole experience together is seeing, hearing, and being inspired by the people who are the forefront of space and technology industries right now. Nicole Stott, an astronaut, aquanaut, artist. Nicole is a former astronaut with 2 space missions, a 7-hour spacewalk, and the first astronaut to paint in space. Nicole is the CASE special advisor and is a highly successful person that has achieved her dreams, and she wants to share her extensive knowledge with you. Nicole inspires creative thinking about solutions to our planetary challenges. She will definitely inspire you to find your dream and pursue it. Through CASE, we bring you an array of motivating people from inside NASA and their partnering organization. We have a wide variety of high-achieving and motivating speakers to call upon. We aim to bring an astronaut, scientist, and engineer to speak to you so that you can learn about their journeys, their views on success, and how to achieve it. Right, there's a lot to digest, but in summary, the program offers a great STEAM experience, inspiration from the best minds in the world today, personal skills to bind everything together, but most of all, is fun. Now, thank you for your time. And now my colleague Shavin, who is my wonderful quiz master, will now tell you more about how to book your place for this amazing program. Over to you, Shavin.
Wow, fantastic. Thank you so much, Shiva. For me personally, I'm always invested in joint K-Space School with your presentation. But most importantly, to all the parents and students in this floor, who here wants to go to space school? Please write your answers in the chat or raise your hands as high as possible. All right, I do see, a lot of its interest here. Wow. The chat keeps on going. All right. Lots and lots and lots of interest here. Absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much for your responses. Wonderful parents and students. Firstly, we need to get at least 20 students to form a group. If we get more, we will form as many groups of 20 as we can. Exciting by Robertus Budi Setiono. Thank you very much for your lovely feedback. Secondly, on the website where you RSVP'd for this information session, you would have seen information on the following topics. Sample program schedule. This is a day-by-day itinerary outlining all the key activities and experiences students will be engaged in. Safety and support. This important section, parents and students, outlines the key resources and arrangements to ensure the safety and students' well-being throughout K Senior Space School. Code of conduct. This section ensures that all students are aware of the behaviors expected of them on the program, so that all students can get the full benefit and, of course, have a wonderful experience. Of course, please click here to read through our peace of mind, cancellation, and refund policy, and of course, our standard refund policy. Frequently asked questions. Click here to read some answers to our most frequently asked questions. And if you have the time, you could scroll to the bottom of the page. There are amazing testimonials from past students. You read how the program has changed them, committing to big dreams, becoming more focused, and excited to pursue the subjects they are interested in. We just don't leave it at that. There are also testimonials from parents about the high standard of care their child received from us at Acura, the changes in resilience and confidence they have seen, and the decision their child have made about ongoing studies. And finally, you will also see a button for the key dates and expression of interest document. This document, parents and students, contains detailed information about the program's inclusions, cost, and key preparation timelines, refund policy, and how, most importantly, to submit your expression of interest. I'll present this information in my next few slides, but it is in the website for you. So there is no need to write anything down and just enjoy the show. Before we proceed to the key details, I would also like to highlight for reference if your child is registered or considering the Duke of Edinburgh's award, we at Acura is truly proud to offer K-Space School as a way for participants to complete their sections of their bronze, silver, and gold awards. We at Acura truly recognize how important safety and support is to parents, students, and staff. We have considerable experience and resources on the ground in the USA to support the expedition. For such, accompanying each group of 16 students from Indonesia, there will be a case-certified group manager. And over in the USA, we will also meet up with case support staff who work exclusively with our groups to provide relevant logistics and support. All right, this slide may seem overwhelming, but let me walk you through the amazing importance that you're about to recognize here. This slide, parents and students, showcase the importance of having supporting staff in America. With our American operations, people in charge of coordinating hotels, transport, and events, the group manager can have their full attention on the students, providing the required duty of care and delivering an amazing program experience. All our group managers are selected based on their background in education and science, and of course, most importantly, their experience working with adolescents. All group managers and staff undergo considerable training by us at Acura to become case certified and must pass a rigorous process. This includes a national police check. Yes, you heard that right. And a working with children check. On top of that, group managers and staff are required to hold a current first aid certificate that covers CPR, asthma, and anaphylaxis. Full comprehensive travel insurance is, of course, provided for each participant as part of their travel costs. Whilst in the USA, we will stay in hotels or on site at universities or college with 2 to 3 students to a room. Staffs like us at Acura are roomed on the same floor as the student, with some available at all times on the day and night for the students. Case Senior Space School will run for a full 14 days during the June-July school holidays. The group will leave Indonesia on the 22nd of June and fly to Houston, Texas. The group departs San Francisco to arrive home in Indonesia on the 5th of July. The traveling cost, parents and students, is at USD 10,000, which covers virtually, and I mean virtually, all expenses while away. And that includes accommodation, 3 meals a day, ground transportation, tuition, and entries to all the venues. This also includes costs for the return international flights from Indonesia, plus the domestic legs in the USA between Houston and San Francisco. This cost also includes full comprehensive travel insurance. How impressive is that? There are several key dates for you to be aware of. Firstly, the expression of interest period is now open and you can officially express your interest to join K Senior Space School. Firstly, before the 21st of December, you need to lodge your expression of interest and pay a deposit of 1,000 USD, which we will log in order of receipt. By the 23rd of December, we will communicate the expression of interest outcome and, of course, notify you of the group formation and provide an agreement to all participants individually. By the 28th of December, the agreement needs to be signed and returned to us at Actura. Your first installment of 55% of the total tour cost is due to Actura on this date as well. Your second installment of 45% of the total tour cost will be due to Thames Education Expert by the 31st of January, subject to your visa approval. We do, of course, have a refund policy in place. If parents and students, if you submit your expression of interest, then later on change your mind and want to cancel, you can do so. But I must highlight this before the 21st of December. The EOI due date and a full refund, I highlight again, a full refund of your deposit will be returned to you if you proceed with a refund cancellation before the 21st of December. Between the 21st and the 28th, a 50% refund of your deposit can be returned to you. And from the 28th of December onwards, we are unable to offer a refund unless one of the terms of the agreement is met. This would be something like a serious illness or an injury preventing your child from participating, or maybe a traumatic family event, for example. Well, the main reason we can't offer these refunds after the date is once the group are formed, we will begin making payments such as flight, hotels, programs, and tuition, and of course, many, many more. So now that we have covered the refund policy, your next step, parents and students, is to secure your place ASAP. You will need to lodge your expression of interest through your school's Space School website and pay the $1,000 deposit. However, we at Actura truly understand that you may want to discuss this as a unit of family. So therefore, the expression of interest period is open until the 21st of December. And I would like to repeat again, the expression of interest period is open until the 21st of December. We will lodge submissions in order of receipt, and we aim to fill as many groups of 20 as possible. So with that being said, thank you everyone, all the lovely parents and students who joined on this call this lovely evening and participated in our simple and exciting quiz. Thank you all for coming along this evening. And of course, I must send our sincere thanks to Thames Education Expert for hosting this event. Hopefully, you all have the information you need about the program. And now we are going to move on to the Q&A. So please feel free to write any question that you desire to ask about Case Senior Space School in the chat box. So I see a first question. Maybe perhaps my colleague Shimon would be kind enough to take this question.
No problem. So thank you, Shavin, for this wonderful booking your place, Nessa. Well, talking about booking your place in Nessa, I'm currently here in Nessa, actually. I'm in Houston, and I have 900 students all across Australia, New Zealand, Singapore, and even Taiwan. They are right now here staying in the hotel room sleeping because it's 4 or 5 a.m. here in Houston. So that means it's really exciting, right? Now, I have a question personally sent to me by Erica. Excuse me, sir. I'd like to ask if grade 12 students who have graduated are still allowed to join. Hey, Erica, of course, it's definitely a possibility because it's a perfect time for you to be getting your GPA transcript of 5.0 because you could use this particular transcript to actually apply for your universities in future or even in the college that you're applying in future, which I think Shavin later will stress about the importance of it. And I think Kriti is actually asking that question right now. So maybe I'll hand over that to Shavin for that question. But in a nutshell, it's definitely a possible. We definitely open to all registration, even though you have graduated from grade 12, to actually attend the session because it's definitely going to be very beneficial for you in terms of not only the GPA 5.0 but the whole overall experience. And to be honest, we've got about 20% of them that are actually in that spectrum of actually almost graduating from school or either has graduated actually attending this program right now in US. So yes, not to worry, you are still eligible for it and you can always join in. So if you think you want to sign up, go to the website, which I'll put in later, or maybe I'll just send it to you personally. And just remember to express your interest. What's the next question do we have? I think that's the one that we wanted to ask. Wait, we've got Praka. Maybe Shavin, you want to answer Praka's question first, and then maybe I'll take Kriti's question next.
All right, fantastic. Got it, Shimon. Thank you so much. And allow me to address Praka. Hello, hi, Praka. Your question being, do students need to be good in science and maths to join the program? Well, Praka, thank you. Firstly, thank you very much for the question. Secondly, I love this question. So let's dive in. As you know, as we have shared earlier, K Senior Space School is designed ultimately to inspire students to dream big and to commit to it, while empowering them to grow the 7 survival skills in which my awesome colleague Shimon has shared earlier, and the critical transferable skills for their future success. And that's what K Senior Space School is all about. In summary, it's designed for every student who is seeking to explore the possibility and get inspired by what they will see and explore. So throughout the fun activities that were shared by Shimon, is aimed to inspire students on STEAM, science, technology, engineering, arts, and maths. And through the personal development module, if you recall, it was called Empower. It is aimed for students to learn and grow their skills, which are critical for their future study and success. Well, to add more context as well, Prakar, in the past, we had students who are not interested in STEAM, and I'm just being honest with you too. We had students, they joined our program and they were never interested. They just wanted to go see the beautiful life that's in the United States of America. And after the program, unsurprisingly, have decided to pursue the STEAM related path. Why, you ask? Because, Space School, K Senior Space School is not meant for your student to just become engineers, scientists, or astronauts. But hey, if they do, that is great. Most importantly, Prakap, K Space School is there to open their perspective, to explore what is out there, but most importantly, to inspire their passion, to pursue the subjects that they will be interested in. So again, Prakar, please, don't miss out on this opportunity. It's a really exciting one, I assure you. And, do express your interest, and perhaps, give your child the opportunity to explore the possibility and to be inspired. I do hope I've answered your questions. If you require more clarification, feel free to write in the chat group. So right now,
thank you for the
question.
detailed answer, Shavin. So I'll take the next one.
My pleasure.
Kriti. And so Kriti basically is asking about the GPA 5.0, and this is where I can further elaborate about the GPA 5.0 to Erica also. So K Space School is the only STEAM international study program in the world that has obtained the University California of GPA 5.0 accreditation. Now, this demonstrates the academic robustness of the program So universities, both domestically and internationally, are looking for this enriched, diverse learning portfolios outside of what your high school academic results are. So case students stand out in competitive situation when you're applying for universities in Indonesia or even anywhere around the world, because it's coming up from a recognized, accredited University of California. So past students who have actually gained this tremendously competitive advantage from the GPA 5.0 transcript to really successfully apply for leading universities. So the GPA 5.0 transcript will be highlighted for your CV or for future job search or even internship opportunities. And also I've gotten questions before that how long will this academic transcript be? Well, it's for lifetime because you'll be in that particular portal where you can actually subscribe for it. So it's always going to be there. There is no expiration dates, and it's always a perfect time for you to get it now, or even for you to get it right now and not later. So I would definitely stress the importance of having such accreditation, such academic transcript, because this will definitely put you above the rest. And I really do not want you guys to miss out in this really prestigious program. So I hope I've answered your question, Kriti. Shavin, maybe you want to take on the next question?
All right, sweet. Thank you so much, Shimon. So next question goes to RK's iPhone. Hello, hi RK. Thanks everyone for the session. You're most welcome. If I join with my friend, can we be in the same room together? Well, the answer is an absolute yes. All students, firstly, are welcome to join the program, with your friends. And you can also be roomed and team with your friends as well. So this program is designed for young explorers. And with that being said, there is no better way to explore and have fun activities than together with your friends. So, of course, 5 months before the expedition, we at the Actura customer service team will be in communication with the parents to get your preference of rooming and teaming before we finalize our rooming and teaming arrangement as well. And to add on more context, throughout K Senior Space School and the 14-day expedition, you will also have the chance to build new friendships from the participants in the program. And a gentle reminder to all the parents participating in this call, the final rooming and teaming will be in consultation and confirmed by the school. So we encourage, yourself, RK, to invite as much of your friends as you can to join Case Senior Space School together. I do hope I was able to answer your question, and feel free to seek out more clarification if necessary. Now back to you, Shimon.
All right. We'll try to do these 3 questions real quick because we've got 3 more minutes. Now, do the parents need to send any extra money with the kids outside the 10,000, essentially only 10,000 USD, not 100,000, but 10,000 USD cost, any other pocket money? Well, I would say pocket money is not really required. It's more of buying souvenirs for yourself, for your parents or grandparents. So as explained earlier, as Shavin explained earlier, we do that 10,000 USD do cater to everything that's being covered, 3 meals a day. We have also covered snacks. Just based here in Houston, we bought fruits, we bought treats, and all these are protein bars. We know students these days are always eating. At this age, they're always eating. So we ensure that all that is being provided. So to be honest, the students will only have the opportunity like going to souvenir shops like at Johnson Space Center or shopping centers in Houston or even in San Francisco to really do their own shopping spree. So it's more of just the extra money giving them out of the 10,000 USD will be more so just for them to spend some pocket money. So really, you don't need that much money to give to your students, but I think some of the students in the room might be a bit like, no, give me more. But anyways, as I said, right, all expenses are being covered in this program course. So really, we do feel that this is really good value for money, and because we are throwing everything in this course that we have quoted the parents. So yeah, I hope I've answered your question. Maybe we can go for the next. Maybe yeah, time is running super short. Maybe let's try one more last question.
All right. I have a message that was sent personally to me by iPad 10. Hello, hi. I do apologize for addressing you as iPad 10. I would love to know your name better, if possible. So the question is, my son is 14 years old and currently on grade 9. He'll be on grade 10 on July 2024. Can he join the senior program? Because I saw the program is very challenging. Well, firstly, Mr. or Miss, thank you very much for your question. And the answer is, of course, yes. So being on grade 10 is the perfect, grade group or the year group for K Senior Space School. So in terms of the content itself that was designed by the team at Actura, it really caters on specifically to the age group. But most importantly, that I would like to highlight two key excellent points that would help your child excel during the program. So firstly would be the group support that your child would go through. So within the small group of 20, your child will have support system from peers and from the educators to get the maximum exposure of education and thriving as well. And the second point I would like to highlight would fall upon the individual attention that your child will receive. So since the fact that we send children in groups of 20, your child would have the opportunity to not be in the masses of like hundreds and hundreds of crowd, but would remain in a small group of 20. And what that does, Mr. or Miss, would allow your child to have the opportunity to be individually attended in his or her learning program. So to answer your question, your child's age group is the perfect age group. And the objective of K Senior Space School is exploration and to see how children have joined in the past, before the program, and the future outcome after joining the program. We have seen stark, huge difference, like tremendous difference in terms of their character and personality. And we recommend this program, for your child to build and harness that character and personality and leadership that would take him or her to the next stage in the future. So I hope I've answered your question. And if you have any clarification, feel free to write in the chat box. But I believe we may be running out of time. So I'll pass it back to Shimon.
So what I'll do is I've just put in the chat group my email address. So if I know there's a lot of questions, which is good, means that we know there's a lot of parents that's interested about the program. Feel free to email me. If not, if you want to find more details about the program and there's anything they are not sure of, or you already have made up your mind and want to book your place, go down to this website that I've just put in the chat group, where you can actually go in and see all this information that Shavni has spoke of and myself. And of course, we want you to actually express your interest to actually book your places, because we do, like I mentioned, there are a lot of students that are coming from all over the world, and we need to actually lock in your slots. If not, they will actually sort of run out and then we have no more slots for you. So without further ado, I know we passed 2 minutes. I don't take up so much of your time. It's evening. I think you want to go have your dinner. So please go ahead and have your dinner, your nasi gorengs, your nasi padang, and all that. I miss that food, because now I'm in Houston for almost 2 weeks and I'm missing the Asian food. But but yeah, I can't wait to go back home to eat those food too. So yes, go ahead. I'll see you guys in Houston, hopefully. I'm looking forward to invite a group of Indonesian students over to USA. So thank you so much, and enjoy your dinner. Bye-bye.
Bye everyone. Take care. Enjoy your evening. See you all in K Senior Space School. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Erica. Thanks, Preeti. Thank you, Cheryl. Thank you, RK. No problem. I hope you had fun.